I know you think tariffs are a thing of the past because Donald Trump pussied out this week, but the truth is he's only postponed it. He keeps doing this to keep us all on our toes because he likes us in a constant state of terror. But on April 2nd, these tariffs are supposed to come back. And I just want to take a look at them from maybe a different perspective than you're used to. I think it's important to look at it from this point of view because what if your groceries like skyrocketed, doubled in price? What if your favorite food items disappeared from the shelves? A trade war with Canada and Mexico, it could be devastating. And it's not just about politics. So if you're weird about politics or you're just like a Trump lover, it doesn't matter. You're still welcome because it could hit your wallet and it could change what's on your plate. A lot of you folks, yeah, you're worried about what you might be able to eat. It's a little scary not knowing where your next meal is coming from. Most of the meat, dairy, and eggs, or as I call them, the flesh and fluids of animals, they come from right here in the United States, but not all of them. Canada and Mexico play a huge part in our food supply. In fact, over 25% of beef comes from those two countries. Canada supplies about 20 to 25% of all the pigs, all the pork from Canada. When it comes to dairy, Canada produces about half of all of our butter and cheese. And I know in America, y'all be eating lots of cheese. I live in America and I can't believe how much cheese we're always eating here. It's disgusting. You got to ask no cheese for everything. You shouldn't be eating cheese anyway. It's a carcinogen, but whatever. I know you're eating it. The trade war really breaks out between Mexico and Canada and us, it will look really bad. All the prices are going to go up. You're going to have to look for alternatives. And because those tariffs we're putting on them, they'll start putting tariffs on us. And so all of our flesh and fluids here, they will not know what to do with themselves because all of a sudden the demand has dropped from their exports. And now Canada's prices have gone up. They're going to be buying from their local producers instead of buying from us. What does that mean? That means loss of jobs. That means higher prices on animal products. It means supply chain disruptions. You would think that because the demand has gotten all wonky, that means prices are going to go down. We only breed those into existence that will be slaughtered for food. But when there's a disruption, all of a sudden you'll have a bunch of pigs, for example, that are too big to slaughter. They're just not able to fit into the machines that we need to slit their throats and put them in gas chambers. The gas chambers are only so big. We've bred pigs to grow so quickly that as soon as there's a supply chain disruption like there was during COVID, they'll just have to kill them all in really unsavory ways, ones that you wouldn't be comfortable with, and then they put them in mass graves like they did during the COVID pandemic. It was really nasty business. Eggs are a big deal in America. Every American eats about 280 eggs per person. That's nothing compared to Mexico, where they eat about 370 eggs. Most of our eggs are produced right here in the United States, but because of bird flu, we've been importing eggs from other countries like Turkey. Mexico does have a big egg business, so we'll probably start importing from them, maybe at a higher price. Canada is more like the processed egg products, so that'll go up. No matter what, it'll affect the price of eggs even more than it already has been by the bird flu. Expect higher prices of eggs. If we can't export them to other countries, we're going to get really weird about it. A lot of chickens have already been killed by a ventilation shutdown. It's where they close all the barn doors and all the windows and they cook them alive. And they die of heat stroke. It's one of the most excruciating ways to die. And that's how we have been culling or depopulating chicken farms, chicken producers, because that's a whole other thing. If you're still eating eggs with the prices the way they are, you're crazy. Also, bird flu. Do you want another pandemic? Is that what you're looking for? You want bird flu? Stop it. Stop buying eggs, you weirdo. This isn't just about short-term price hikes. It exposes a bigger issue, our reliance on fragile, exploitative food systems. Industrial farming depends on international trade, government subsidies, and supply chains that collapse under pressure. But there's another way. If a trade war does happen and prices do go up, because they will 100%, they will go up. The stock market's going to go down, prices will go up. You're going to get screwed. But you don't have to wait for politicians to put you on this roller coaster. You can get off this roller coaster right now. We can rethink what we're eating. And you can call your representatives and tell them to support a new system, a robust system, one that's not so fragile like this weird animal protein system we have. It doesn't make any sense, especially these days. We've got precision fermentation and all sorts of alternatives that we can do right now. It can happen right now. Supporting animal-free proteins, local plant-based foods, and alternative agriculture can make our food system stronger and more ethical. The best part, these solutions already exist. We just have to choose them. I don't want to put this all on you. You don't have to be the person that makes all these changes. You could push your politicians to get off of this weird cycle that we're on. Corporations are making tons of money off of you, and when their business practices result in losses like what we're seeing in chickens right now, like all these 170 million chickens that we've murdered because of they had the flu, that happened on your dime. You paid for it. That was your tax dollar at work. It doesn't have to be this way. They do actually when the people wake up, politicians actually do respond. And you can write them emails and tell them that, hey, we need a better way. Better ways already exist. Get involved. A trade war could change the way we eat, but it could also be a wake-up call. Are we ready to rethink our food system before it's too late? I sure hope so. I hope we're able to rethink this thing before it's too late. I don't want to be in the poorhouse. The truth is, I don't even eat animals. I've been vegan 20 years and I feel great. I'm 6'5", I weigh 245. And let me tell you, I, it's possible. I understand that it might seem difficult, but I meet people every day who are changing their habits because of this egg price thing, this milk price thing. Prices are going up. There's no reason you have to be on that roller coaster. Don't let them tell you what to do. Don't let them tell you what to eat. There are alternatives. They're just keeping those choices from you. They're hiding those choices from you intentionally so that you'll keep on forking over your money, pretending like eggs are a necessity. You do not need eggs. You don't need them to live. You don't need them for things to taste good. That's bullshit. They sold you a bill of goods because they're conning you, because there's lots of money to be made off of you, and they are recording record profits. Their CEOs are making hundreds of millions of dollars, and you're paying for it in your taxes and when you buy at the store. I think that's pretty messed up. So don't let the bastards grind you down, because I need you and we need each other, and the animals need us most of all. So keep fighting, stay strong, and wash your hands. There's a pandemic coming. Thanks. Leave a comment about your favorite egg substitute, the thing that you love the most to use instead of the menstruation cycle of a small flightless bird that we've bred to lay somehow 365 eggs a year, when in nature they lay about 12. Ugh. Think about that for a second. It's gross.